Alrighty, you guys, welcome to this week's edition of Team Elite Weekly Call. I'm super excited about having you on this call, on this training, this weekly chance to get you plugged in, to plug you in, keep you plugged in, keep you fired up. Guys, staying plugged in is kind of like whenever you're out camping and you have a fire, all of the logs that are close to the fire are burning. They're hot. Okay, but what happens to some of those logs when they fall away from the center of the flame? They tend to go out. Okay, they can still smolder, they can still be hot on their own, but they're not as hot as they could be. So staying plugged in is kind of like getting right in the middle of the fire. All right, so we just got back from LifeVantage Academy. That's another incredible way to stay plugged in and to get your monthly training. They now have LifeVantage Academy online. So we're going to be talking a little bit more about how that works. We're going to be sharing more info with you on how that works in the months to come. The next one coming up is in January. They're not going to be having an LVA in December. So go ahead and get registered for the one coming up in January. Okay. And here's what I recommend for the online training. If you're up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, get together. Do the online training together. Make a party out of it. Okay. Everybody come together in one place, in one house, and watch the online training together. So I think that'd be a blast. I think that'd be a great way to do it. So at Austin, we had Pro 8 Mark Harris. And Mark Harris was an incredible man. If you missed it, then you really missed out on a lot, because he had a lot of incredible things to share and to say. He really shared his heart. He's a missionary at heart. He's been over to Nepal, and he actually built this business. Started out by living in his mom's and his parents' house, okay? And now he's a Pro 8. He got in, about 8 years ago, but it takes a while. Anyways, wanted to share with you a couple of things that he shared with us, because it's absolutely incredible, and I'm so freaking excited about it. So I'm going to share with you this thing he called the pyramid of making money, okay? And here's our pyramid scheme. It's at the top. All right, so he talked about how there's a lot of different ways, a lot of different crappy ways to make money at the bottom, okay? Like a minimum wage job, all right? A lot of crappy ways to make money. As you go up, those type of jobs get a little harder and harder, okay? The gig economy, right now we're living in the gig economy, and he talked about how people these days are willing to rent out their home to strangers just to make some extra money, and that falls somewhere in the middle of the pyramid of making money. Well, he talked about at the top of the pyramid, there is network marketing. Okay, there is a chance for every average person to rise up and to grab a piece of residual-based income for them and their family, and for their future generations of families. And he said, out of the 2,000 companies worldwide, there's only a handful of those companies that are publicly traded. Okay, and he was talking about why LifeVantage in this section. There's only a handful of those 2,000 companies that are publicly traded. And then there's an even smaller percentage of those companies that have all 6 of the key points for a good business opportunity from Peter Drucker. Okay, with it being timing and publicly traded and in front of the trends, and a monthly recurring subscription order type of product. All right. I don't remember what the other 2 are, but LifeVantage hits so many points, you guys. This is like a golden goose opportunity. This is a white unicorn that poops golden rainbows that just got dropped in your lap. Okay, and we're still in early enough to catch this wave. And he was talking about how experienced network marketers will move heaven and earth to do whatever they can to get in front of this wave of momentum that's coming, because they know how impactful it can be, and they know how it can change people's lives. So let's be those experienced network marketers, and let's move heaven and earth to get in front of the wave, to catch, to spread our network so big that we can actually catch this wave of momentum that's coming, because I don't want anybody to miss out on it, all right? That all that means is just simply talk to more people, okay? I have a goal to talk to 20 people a day, and that includes follow-ups and new decisions, new conversations, new people, okay? Because the follow-up is just as important as the new decision, okay? So it's my goal just to talk to 20 different people a day, all right? Now, here's a good book recommendation. He really stressed this because it was all about your why. Too many people are sharing this information by sharing the facts. They're not, people don't join you because of the product. People join you because of why you're doing what you're doing most of the time. Okay. Some of the time people really want that product. Those are the customers. Okay. But if you have business partners, they're going to be joining you, following you because of why you're doing what you're doing. Okay. So get this book, look at this book. Maybe get it for yourself as a Christmas present. It's coming up. It's called Start With Why by Simon Sinek. Okay. Really look into it. He was talking about how if you come to these monthly trainings and if you really follow the system, these principles will provide the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. The 15 presentations a month, the attend all monthly training events like there's non-negotiable. And he was talking about how that light at the end of the tunnel is not a train. It's not a train. It's freedom. Okay. So there really is a day in your life, half a year to 2 years down the road. It could be different for different people. Okay. Where you get to fire your boss, where you get to clock out for the last time. All right. And I can't wait for that to happen for you in your life and for us to go help other people to help them with that in their lives as well. That's why we do this. We're like beacons of hope, you guys. There are so many people that are walking around that are just dead. Okay. They're the walking dead. All right. But you're a beacon of light. You're a beacon of hope. You're a hope bringer. Okay. And those people, if you can practice and if you can learn this skill, because you're a beacon of hope, you provide hope and happiness and joy to other people. So I would ask and I would submit that you will develop the skill of recognizing the awesomeness in other people. And if you would treat other people like they're wearing a sign that says, make me feel important, okay, because they are, then you can write your own check. And that's why some people like Carrie Dickey are pro 11, making over, their average is over 100 grand a month. All right. So just recognize the awesomeness in people. So here's a good daily practice that you can do today, okay, to get better, to develop this skill. In your conversations, don't leave it hanging without you giving some form of affirmation to that person or without asking them a question. So give them some sort of affirmation, give them a compliment, or leave it with asking them a question, digging deep into their life, finding out more about them, becoming genuinely interested in other people. Okay. One of those two things in your conversations. All right. Try it today. Try it this week. Just watch how it changes your life and in your world. Okay. So here's a little something else. Here's another one to write down. Henry Ford. This is a quote from Henry Ford. He said, if I had asked people what they wanted, they said they would have all asked for a faster horse and the car would have never been invented. Okay. So here's how that relates to us. If you try a presentation in 5 minutes, people will think that you're trying to sell them a faster horse. They want this opportunity. They want all the benefits that network marketing and LifeVantage can give them and that Team Elite can give them. All right. But they just don't know what it looks like. So that's why it's really important to come and do a face-to-face presentation with them for generally 30 to 40 minutes. Okay. Here's where I'm going to get into the building process basics. Okay. And I realized this last night, so I want to share it with you. This helps to bring some clarity. Okay. I'm going to share with you my highest results, my highest result process. Okay. So here it is for warm market. Invite to the face-to-face presentation. Invite to the face-to-face presentation. That's your warm market. If you can do that with your warm market, the faster that you can get in front of somebody with the face-to-face presentation, the faster that this business is going to grow for you. Okay. Period. All right. So you can't always do that with cold market, but your warm market trusts you more. That's why I recommend just invite the presentation. Hey, I've got an idea. I'm excited about it. I want to run it past you. When can we get together? Can we get together at your place today at 2 p.m.? Or are you working? Do we need to get together at 6 p.m. whenever you get home from work? Would that be better for you? All right. Invite to face-to-face. Cold market. Here is what I've been doing that's been working really well for me. invite to a video to a three-way call, then to the face-to-face presentation. Okay, so the invite is the same. Well, it's a little bit different. The invite for me has been, do you keep your options open whenever it comes to making money, or are you married to your job? Okay, if they're open, and 80 to 90% of people are open, then I say, hey, great. I'm looking for some good people, and there's a business presentation video that I want to send over to you. When can you have it watched by? Then they tell me. And then my process has been, are you on Facebook? Here's where I find them on Facebook, and I add them to the CEO group, and I tag them in the presentation with Seth Campbell. Okay. If you can't tag them in that presentation because it's within the first 24 hours, that's how Facebook has with their non-spamming law or whatever. Then I copy the link to it and I message it to them, because as soon as you make that new friend on Facebook, then you immediately have access to text them through Messenger. Okay, so I'll do both. All right, I'll text them that video through Messenger. So that's the video. Then I ask them, when can you have it watched by? They tell me. So I say, great. If I could introduce you to a mentor that's teaching me how to build this residual based income, would you want to talk to him? Okay, that's my second qualifying question. All right, so then what am I doing there? I'm letting them know that there's a business presentation that's doing the presentation for me, so it's easy. All right, then I'm telling them that I'm not the expert. I'm telling them that I have a business partner that I want you to meet. So here's my third party validation. So they have to watch the video. Then I get them on the call with a sponsor, either Caleb or Matthew or whoever that can relate to that person. And that's where I let my expert, I edify my expert. I say, Matthew's been doing this business a lot longer than I have. He can answer your questions a whole lot better than I can. Take it away. All right, so that's edifying. Then Matthew answers the questions and asks him, how interested are you? He qualifies him. Then if there's interest, then we set up the face-to-face presentation, okay? We do that so that we can go through the numbers faster. We do that so that we don't waste anybody's time. It's really easy to text a video, connect on Facebook, to make a phone call, okay? It's really easy to make those things happen. So that's the building process basics. Remember, warm market, invite to the face-to-face presentation, super simple. Cold market, invite, video, three-way call, then to the face-to-face presentation. That has been my fastest and highest result process for building. So I wanted to share all that with you guys. I hope that you wrote that stuff down, because that was some gold right there. What's next? Let's talk about what's next, building in your life and in your world. First off, before I get to that, I just want to let you know, we're more than halfway done with November. I still want to help. It's still my goal to help at least four of my teammates to become Pro 2s this month. So reach out to me privately. Some of you have already done that, and let me know that you want to be that person. Reach out to me if you are that person, and let me know where you're at in your goals. Let me know what I can help you with. Let me know if you have anybody that you need to get on a three-way call or do a meeting with, or let me know what you're struggling with most, and we'll figure it out, and we'll help you to reach those goals for yourself and your family for this month, okay? So here's another way that here's what's next. Here's how you can reach those goals. Tonight at 8 p.m., the weekly Monday night presentation from Gabe Pearson, okay? It's an incredible webinar to plug people into, because he focuses on the brand new person that has no idea what Nerf 2 activation is. Okay, it's awesome. So that's tonight. I'll be posting up the link and a reminder in the Team Weekly group chat, the Team Elite group chat. Okay. So with that, Matthew, do you have anything that you'd like to add? If not, we'll go ahead and close this thing out. Matthew, you good, buddy? Can't see you. Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I'm just sorry. I'm working today. I'm got to hang some Christmas lights and stuff. So yeah, no. Sorry, I was late getting on, guys. David, what I was listening to you say, I think, everybody, if we could just take that to heart, where else can you go in any kind of business, anywhere, where you have somebody who has proven success and somebody who knows the system and the route to get to the success, saying, please call me, let me know what I can do to get you there. Let's make some money for you. I mean, it doesn't happen, and time after time, I hear you say that, David, such a servant heart, we're all in this together. Excuse me, we're all in this together. And you've got to be the ones to step forward and make that first contact to let David know. I mean, we're not going to, we can't push you. We're not going to push you. It's your business, but we know the way. And that's what we want to do is we want to help. And you have got somebody, like I said, who knows the way with proven success, that is more than eager to help each and every one of you to achieve your goals. Do you want to get to Pro 3 and get that about $580 a month coming in every month? Do you want to go a little bit higher, $1,000, $2,000? Do you want to go all the way to the top? I mean, we want to help whoever get to wherever they want to be. And you've got somebody literally chomping at the bit saying, please use me. Use me. That's what David is saying every time. I'm on here, I'm saying the same thing. Call me, use me. I don't know if you have a question. I don't know if you have a problem. I don't know if you have a need unless you call me and let me know. I try and call and check in on people, and it gets to where you've got to take that initiative. It's the same thing when Caleb's on. Caleb's a little out of pocket. Australia, the time zone there, he's like 14 hours ahead of us, so the time zone there is a little bit different. But just let's band together. If we start now, this is something that I talked to Tyler. Oh, I'm sorry, I have my video off. There. This is something that I talked to Tyler Daniels about personally, and I said, Tyler, how and when do you like to build? Do you have like certain strategies you like to use? Do you have certain times you like to focus on? And he said, anytime. Anytime is a good time to build. But he said, I'll give you a little clip, a little key. I said, what's that? He said, we're starting to close out the year. This was in the last Building Depth. So this was, what was that, 6 weeks ago or so. He said, I'll give you a little key. I said, what's that? He said, you may have heard me say it before, but if you start now loading your pipeline by contacting people, by inviting, by presenting, by doing all of these things. Granted, you're going to have a lot of people that you've got to follow up. You start that weekly, that monthly process. People are getting the information, and you just keep following up with them. Well, we all know the statistics about follow-ups, about 1 follow-up, 3 follow-ups. After the 5th follow-up and above, that's where about 80% of the people start making their decisions. So if we start that process now, he said, you start loading your pipeline now. Come the first of the year, you hit the ground running. You start your new year by building and growing, because people are going to be through the holidays. They're going to be starting a new year. They want to make a better year for themselves and their family. They're evaluating, where were they last year? They're doing taxes. Wow, what did I bring in last year? What was I able to keep? How much more do I need to make? So all of that is starting to go on. Plus, then we all know that the best time that people have the least amount of distractions are between February and April. That's the least amount of distractions. Coming into May, people are already starting to make summer vacation decisions and starting to gear up for all of that. People in their lives, before they get into this and they realize what we have and the importance and how to build, and they get that fire lit like we have, those are some of the best months to be able to really get their undivided attention. So, definitely all year, every day, every week, every month is a great time to build. But you got that little key. This is coming from Tyler Daniels. I mean, my gosh, the experience that man has, and the organization that he has built, and the thousands of people that he has talked to. He said that's kind of a little key that I focus on, and I have my group focus on. So we just got a little tidbit, a little personal coaching from Tyler Daniels himself. So David, you got David saying today, call me. Let's set something up. Let's get it going. Let's start loading your pipeline, people. Let's start it. David's ready. I'm ready. We're all kind of working some day jobs and doing things, but so was Gabe Pearson. So was Brandon Cunningham. So was Marcel. So were all these guys, man. Let's get the nooks and crannies. Let's teamwork it. Let's not do addition. Let's do multiplication. Let's multiply your hours. If you have 1 hour a day, but you call David and you call me, you got 3 hours a day. That's how it works. That's the industry that we're in. So David, again, guys, I apologize getting on a little bit late. Kind of lost track of time, and I kind of had my hands full a little bit, but got as quick as I could. David, offering that every time, man. I wish more and more would take us up on it and that we'd be able to run and really just blow it up for them. I mean, let's make differences. That's what we're doing. We're trying to make differences in people's lives. So yeah, LVA was awesome. And David, I'm sure you went over LVA. Golly, Mark Harris. Golly, man, that guy is a professor. I
That
mean,
was
the way he was terming stuff and the information he was bringing. I mean, seriously, that was a university class. That was really, really awesome. Really awesome. So we've got this call today. What's next, guys? What's next, David? What's next on the schedule?
tonight at 8 p.m. the webinar with Gabe Pearson.
Right on. We got Gabe Pearson coming up. We've got other webinars happening during the week. Destination events. We've got Building Depth coming up in just a couple of weeks, December 8th and 9th. I encourage everybody to be there. Kai Hayes is making it a mandatory attendance for everybody in her organization. They've all got to start making that trip. It's just like going to Lead Academy. It's just like going to LVA. You can take notes and bring them back and share, but you miss out. If you're not there, you miss out. And honestly, guys, I've been there. I've been going, and I'm trying to encourage everybody to go. I know it's an extra trip, and it is above and beyond LVA. It's above and beyond Elite Academy. It's above and beyond Global, but it is more than worth it. I mean, it is more than worth it. You know, I would even encourage everybody, get another credit card, put it on a credit card and pay it off, because it's going to pay off in dividends. It's going to 10 times your growth, your knowledge, your understanding of what to do, how to do. And to be able to go there, like I said, I had 40 minutes in the hallway talking one-on-one, standing there. It was just me and Tyler and Roy Brewer. We were just hanging out, man. It was during lunch. Everybody was gone, and we were all just hanging out. That's the type of opportunities that you can get. Doesn't happen every time, but if I wouldn't have been there, I wouldn't have had it. So I encourage everybody to do that. Who's pre-registered? Who's pre-registered for Elite Academy, Charleston? Right on. Heck yeah. Get it. If you're not, get in, man. Let's start figuring out how we're gonna get there. Figuring out the rooms. We got plenty of months ahead of us. Don't miss it. Be there. You know, Blue Elam, Mark Sensato, everybody. The events. Don't miss an event. What are the 5 core habits? One of them is the very second one. Attend all events. And they worded attend all events like they're non-negotiable. Well, I just feel like that's a waste of words. It should just be attend all events. Just get there, man. Just get there.
Yeah, I like it. Yep. And guys, if you weren't there in LVA in Austin, I just wanted to give a shout out to Matthew Wesley for being such a leader, and they brought him up to the front, and they gave him he got the chance to speak, and I was like a proud son at that moment. I was like, man, look at him go. I'm so excited for him. He was up there, guys, and I could just he was doing such a good job of sharing his story and sharing his heart, sharing his why. He almost teared up. I almost teared up, and I could just see him on the stage at Elite Academy sharing his heart, his why with thousands of people and impacting hundreds of thousands of lives. So Matthew, I'm so excited about the future of where this is headed and what you can do with this. And,
thank you, David. Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. You know, that one was exceptionally hard for me, because that was, you know, I don't mind peeling back the layers and being vulnerable and, you know, sharing my heart, sharing my life with everybody. I mean, that's what we're here for. But that went down to a deeper layer. And, yeah, I mean, that's why I had to start talking fast. I had to get out of there, because there was about to be a meltdown, man. Yeah, that was a deep, that was a deep core of my heart right there, guys.
It was really good. Well, guys, that's what's next. Gabe Pearson tonight. Get registered for those events. LVA in Austin. It's all LVA in January. It's already up. You can go ahead and register for that. Building Depth is happening, like you said, December 7th, I believe, in a couple of weeks.
8th and 9th.
Where can we register for that?
You can go to Eventbrite.com. You can look up Building Depth, or you can get on the Building Depth Facebook group. They'll have links on there. There's a couple different avenues that you can do that.
Okay, great. If you want to go to that, you guys, let us know, and we will room together, okay, to make it even cheaper for you. So, Absolutely. Like you said, totally worth it. I plan on going this time. I'm gonna figure it out.
But I've got a standing order with the hotel right there. I got a room. I got a room at the Holiday Inn there about every time.
Rock on. And then Charleston, guys, go ahead and get registered for Charleston as soon as you can. Make it a Christmas present to yourself. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, like he was saying as well, building up your pipeline for people to get started as soon as possible. The hair care line, you can start using this to help build up your funnel, your pipeline. use the hair care line. I mean, you could even use it as a way for people to start their business. I've got a friend that was texting me. She was asking about the hair care and the skincare line, and that together, those two products is about $250. So if they just add the $50 start kit and add a bottle of Protandim or Axio, that makes it about $350. They could start their business with the hair care and the skincare line if they wanted to. So I've got a friend that's reaching out to me for that, and I asked her, do you think that would be a good Christmas present to yourself and a good goal for you to save up $350 towards? And she said, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So kind of getting that pipeline going. And Matthew, real quick, how often do I call you for three-way calls?
A lot. Yes, dude blows my phone up, and I love it. And every time, because he's trying to build his business, and I'm trying to do my part. So David's doing his part, and I'm doing my part. And yeah, I mean, every time the phone rings and it's a three-way call. And sometimes it's a, hey man, you got a minute? I'm like, yeah, I do. He's like, great, I got a friend on the other line. You could do three-way. I'm like, okay, let's do it. It's not scheduled. It's just impromptu. Jump right in. It happens like that sometimes. But David's always really good about scheduling it, calling me, filling me in. And you guys, I'm glad you brought that up, David. Just to make sure everybody knows to do that right. When you're going to do that, it's always best if you can call your sponsor or your validator, whoever it is, and kind of say, okay, is this time okay or that time okay? And then you line it up. But also to give them a little bit of a tidbit about who you're going to have them on the phone with. You do that prior to the call, so they have a little bit of an understanding. Maybe there's similar likes or dislikes, at least a little bit of a background. Are they married? Do they have children? Are they working? Where are they working? And David's always so good about filling me in on the information. And then when the call starts, you're edifying your validator and quickly doing a short validation for the guest on the call, but definitely lifting up the validator. And then you just turn it over. David is mastered it. I mean, the guy, well, we've done so many together, and yeah, he's definitely mastered it. So yeah, three-way calls.
Thanks. Matthew, earlier we were talking about how my highest results building process for my warm market has been invite to the face-to-face presentation. And then for my cold market, I like to go invite to the video, to the three-way call, then to the face-to-face presentation. I found that just seems to be a really a good process for me. So we've done a lot of those together, you and I, and we've actually got one coming up tomorrow night. So just kind of wanted to get a third-party validation on what I was saying for you guys.
Heck yeah. I'm excited to meet with that guy.
Yeah. Yep. All right, you guys. So we've gone on. We've gone on long enough. This video, this Team Elite Weekly call. A lot of incredible content here, you guys. Share this message, okay? Share this excitement. Share your excitement. If you have anybody that is like right on the edge and they're about to get started, don't be afraid to invite them to our weekly call. Say, hey, would you like to listen in on our Team Elite Weekly call? I'm okay with that. I've done it a couple of times, and I think that's cool. I think that's good. I think that can be important for some people that want to see the team atmosphere, the team culture. So, love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Thank y'all for joining this call. Y'all have a great rest of your day. And if I don't talk to you before Thursday, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes. And one last deal, you guys. I still have 2 T-shirts. One hopefully will already be given away, but I still have 2 free Team Elite T-shirts for the first 2 people that get signed up. The next 2 people that get signed up in your team, I'm going to give them that free Team Elite Weekly, that Team Elite shirt. Okay, just so you know, it's the what's your why and purpose-driven life on the back. Okay, so
very cool, very good looking T-shirt. Very good looking T-shirt.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all. God bless. Give me a call. Take care. Bye now.
Bye everybody.